So we're finally off the pavement out here doing a little bit exploring. We're at Pasco County, Florida. We're headed over into the Withlacoochee State Park and come down this little road here, beautiful area, and I come across this little old pine log cabin right here. Now this would be your Florida style pine log cabin there. Really cool old tin roof on it. And it's leaning a little bit these days, but you know, look at the size of this cedar tree out front. So that probably tells you about how long it's been here. That last little clay pit there, that was a little more slippery than I thought it was going to be. Luckily I did put her down in 4 low before I went across there. That locks in my rear differential on this truck. It helps out, and we just got new tires and a lift, which is all helping our off-road capabilities. And man, I'm looking at this forest, this beautiful oak hammock, and I'm thinking, man, I bet you this thing's ate up with squirrels back here. Only problem is it's 63 miles from base camp. That's the only problem. I think this is a little shortcut road that we seen. This is supposed to go down to the Withlacoochee, so we're gonna follow this on down. When we see something interesting, we'll bring you back. We made it to the Withlacoochee, and it's flowing pretty good. We had some rain here a couple days ago, so I was hoping it was going to be lower than this so we could get out there and do a little bit of fishing, but the rain's brought it up. So this is a very long river that starts here in the green swamp and flows north and west and comes out in the Gulf of Mexico. But up in here in these swamps is where it starts. Alright, so wow. And if you're looking for wilderness in Florida, tell you what, right here, this is wilderness. I followed this main trail down here into a beautiful bend in the Withlacoochee, and you know what? I have not seen another vehicle since we ran into those guys back at the other little boat ramp launch. They got a rope swing from a tree right there. So this is big. This is Swimming Beach. But today we have fall conditions here in Florida finally. It is like 53 degrees here at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I am super enjoying it. I am super enjoying it right now. But this Withlacoochee River out here in this wilderness is just beautiful. Yeah, so she's getting a little muddy, but she's doing great. So I went exploring around the area here, and I found the old well right here. Okay, they lined it, and it's pretty much filled in with stuff now. So it's just open well. So this is probably where they would have got their water for the cooking. And who knows what else, you know? I mean, if we go exploring around this area here, we might just find where the main house was. Or it's also a possibility that this could have just been cow camp, okay, back in them days. Could have been cow camp, a lumber camp. You know, this area was really logged pretty heavily back in them days, and they were also exploring this area for minerals like phosphate. And who knows, let's go look around a little bit and let's see if we find anything that might look like there was a main house. It wouldn't have been too far from that outdoor kitchen that we're cooking on right now. We only walked about 100 yards away from the outdoor kitchen, and I look back in the woods and I see this guy. This old, let's go check it out. Let's see if we can figure out what it was now. It's a little bit dilapidated. Don't know quite how old it is. Sometimes we can tell by the boards. These boards look like they're planed. They're not rough cut sawed, but that roof is definitely not plywood. It's regular planks. So, and I see there's a dividing and it's on a concrete slab. Okay, it's on a concrete slab, so not super old. So this may have been a hole in it like that right there. Maybe outhouse, not sure. Okay, but again, a lot of trash left around. So again, kind of an enigma. Could have been, oh, we got the same hole on this side. Very hard to see, it's very dark in here. It's not a sunny day. I'm gonna probably say this was a dual stall outhouse. Okay, let's take a look around the other side of it. That is another thing that's leading me to believe that maybe this was a lumber camp. A lumber camp where they would have had a bunch of men working out here harvesting lumber, and they would have needed a place to go to the bathroom. So let's look around a little more and see what else we can find. Okay, so I see some more posts ahead. That means they're the State Forest is trying to protect something back in there. And if I don't know if you can hear it, but back in the background, here's some more man-made stuff. That is some concrete with rebar in it. That you can hear the train, the main train line through the Central Florida area is not far away, and they would have used that train line to get that lumber out of here. Okay, well, hopefully we won't get snake bit. But I see a couple of more. You got these posts here to keep people from driving back in there. This is kind of a high spot. So let's go check it out, see what we can find back in here. Okay, so we got a couple more posts, and it looks like we have another well. Yep, we have another well right here. You can see the casing on it right there. It's pretty grown over and grown up, but you never know what you're gonna find that's pretty historic back in here in these forests. I see some stuff laying in the woods. Let's go see if it's just junk or if it's some kind of a clue of what was going on back here in this area a long time ago. It's maybe a garbage heap. Okay, we got really old, it looks like old jars. laying all over here. Maybe looks like maybe a pickle jar, something like that. It's got some really unique texturing on it, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff over here too. And I see it kind of scattered around the area. You can see here some old brown glass. That could have been a beer bottle. Never know. But just miscellaneous jars and junk laying around here. More over this way. So this might have been just the trash heap. So that's, again, kind of coalescing with my theory that this is possibly an old lumber camp. Okay, we're gonna go over here. See, there's a very old tin can there, mostly rusted away. Okay, mostly rusted away. So I love showing you guys these things that we're able to get out here and discover. If you don't know that about me by now, that I'm kind of a, especially a Florida history buff, I guess, and I love learning about Florida history. That was one of my favorite subjects in high school, and I've continued to study Florida history through my lifetime. So here's one unique thing that I know wasn't left here way back then, and this happens all the time. And I have a few lineman buddies that say these things right here are a menace to power lines. So let's look here what it is. Alright, so what it is a Mylar balloon. Alright, it's a Mylar balloon. People let these things go. This one says I love you. Don't know, but Mylar balloons are conductive. They do have a foil coating on them, and when you let those things go, or don't tie them off to your kids properly and they let them go, they could go for 50 miles. If them things hit the wrong spot in a power line, you're gonna be out of power for a while. All right, so it's just a beautiful, beautiful forest here. Man, I really love to come back here and do some squirrel hunting. I bet this place ate up with squirrels.